All right, I haven't really had a chance to see it all, so just overall, what
Yeah.
were you working on in OTAs and just how have you been feeling?
Yeah, I mean, for me, obviously my leadership was a big thing that I wanted to work on, and just how I came across to the guys and to the players, and just for them to see how I work, but then, to use my voice a little bit more and to, be more competitive with them. And, obviously on Sundays, I'm quiet, you don't hear me at all in the field, but in practice, I try to get those competitive juices going and get everybody riled up. And then just everything in my game, just being super explosive. It's cool, when I'm with Griff and doing those sprints and, running those 22 miles per hour, those are goals that I try to hit throughout the off season. And for me to hit those goals with him, it's been really cool. So continue to be more explosive, continue to, understand all defenses and everything. I got to, I've been watching other teams and the teams that we're going to play. I've been watching them a lot. I haven't been doing that my past 2 years, so trying to see what I'm about to play against for this year.
Why did you decide to change that up and really look at the teams that you're going to play against?
I mean, for me, I love watching film, but, in the off seasons, I don't really watch too much film. I watch other players, running backs. But I think for me, understanding, doing it now and doing it early and taking those notes and, picking up those little things that I'm going to see throughout the season, especially, I've been watching the first, 10 games, or 10 teams, I'm sorry, and seeing, how I'm going to, try to use my track and my run track and my routes on linebackers and DBs. So I've been doing that a lot this offseason.
I don't know if anybody asked you this question before, but the coach was talking about how you set these goals, these unbelievable goals.
Yeah.
When did you stop doing that? And what's one of the earliest goals that you set that was way up there? Whether we were in high school or college, and you said, I'm going to reach that goal no matter what.
When did I start doing that?
When did you start with that philosophy?
Yeah, it was freshman year of high school. Pop Warner, you got to be the best player on the field. But I think freshman year of high school when I was on varsity, I set these outlandish goals. I think my goal in senior year of high school, I was I want to run for 3,500 yards in the one season, and I mean I was 1,000 yards short of that. So it's just cool to set those kind of goals and try to reach those. And then even here, last year I set 2,000 yards, and we were 100 and some yards short. So I try to go beyond, above and beyond, and hopefully I pray during the season I can get it for my teammates, for y'all watching, and just make it exciting. And then it just makes my motivation, continue to push myself to an extreme level in practice so I can do it in the games too.
So what's your big goal right now?
My big goal right now was my leadership. I've always been such a quiet guy in the field, with my teammates. So I think now just me expressing myself more and just being super comfortable with everybody here. It's been cool letting, even Raw, letting me do that to the teammates, because it's only gonna make us better, and it's only gonna make me better, not just with my game, but how the guys respect me, and just every time I work super hard, they can see that and they can take away from that too.
Do you feel like there's anyone that you've really kind of taken under your wing or really been mentoring during this rookie or OTAs?
Me mentoring them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Jalen Walker, obviously he doesn't need much mentoring, but I try to go around him and just kind of give him some tips that I did when I got here, and it's kind of worse with him because he has not had a break. So he's been going the whole time. But I feel from one guy that got drafted, with the first round and him getting drafted in the first round, just giving him tips on expectations and understand the expectation, but don't bleed into it. Just play your game, play the game that you've been blessed with, and don't go into all the hype and everything like that. And because as soon as he starts doing that, that's when he feels he's comfortable. But you never want to get comfortable in this league. And for me, getting that advice from my coach and from guys like Keith Smith, he's been a guy that was always you can accomplish everything that you want to accomplish, but you need to understand you got to do the things the steps to get there, and don't get complacent. So I think just being a mentor to him, continue to be a mentor to him, even James, understanding he's in the same position, and making sure that they're right at all times is my main goal.
I find it fascinating because it's not the same position group at all. It's actually on the other side of the ball. So why do you find it that you want to be mentors to those guys?
Yeah, because obviously I want them to be the best players at their positions. I want them to be the best players in the NFL. this year. I mean, one day, like, yes, like, but I want them to strive for those goals, like, right now. And, you know, if I can do everything I can to help them, even, like, when I'm across from them on the ball, you know, I'm gonna talk a little smack to them, just, like, to get them going, get them riled up, because it's only going to help them out. And, you know, whenever they do a great thing in practice, like, I'm going to be right there behind them, you know, cheering with them, too. So just make sure that they always have that, even the other guys that got drafted, too, like Billy, Xavier, like, Jake, I mean, everybody that, like, is here, like, I want them to know that they have leaders that are right there with them and that aren't guys that are, like, you know, just because I'm a vet, like, I can't talk to you, but I want them to understand that I can talk to them, like, always, and let them be a brother to me, like I'm a brother to them, too.
Going back to your goals, what's your on-the-field goal for this year, and do you physically write it down?
Yeah, I write down all my goals before the season. I wrote it down already.
What is it?
See, every time I say it, like, everybody be like last year I said 2,000 yards, and they're like, it's not gonna happen. But I mean, this year is you know, being healthy, like every single game that we play. You know, obviously we have goals, like outlandish goals, like I want to hit the 2,000 yards again. That's always my goal, like, but it's not for me. It's for God, it's for the team, it's for everybody out here, man. Like, you know, yeah, those goals are great for individually, but you know, I'm such a team guy. I want us all to celebrate that. I want the O-line to celebrate that. I want Tyler, like everybody in the running back room, because it's not about me, man. It's about everybody here, and you know, those are the goals that I set for myself, but so everybody can experience it as well.
Bijan, are you part of this group that goes golfing regularly?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, I'm a big fan of golf, though. Like, I have, you know, Scotty Scheffler is one of my good friends. Like, I see, obviously, he's the best player in the world right now, and you know, I'm a big fan of it, and I try to do as much as I can when he does play to get out there and go watch him play. But I think I'm gonna start getting some lessons soon. Hopefully, like in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna go out there and just swing in my neighborhood and see how it goes.
Well, Mike Penix says he's pretty bad, so you could probably catch up with him pretty
Mike
quick.
Penix is horrible. he might tell you that he's kind of good. He said he's bad.
He said he's bad. He said he doesn't want to talk about it.
That's a big step. That's a big step in his confidence.
Admitting it is
to me, he's gonna be like he the coldest player in the world. So, but yeah, I mean, you have Kyle, that's like a really good player. You have Neuzil, really good player. So these guys are like becoming really good. So I think I need to step it up.
You know Scheffler from Texas?
Yes. Yeah. From UT. You know, he went there. I went there. But he went there before me, but he would always come back, and like we met in
football
Austin.
games and stuff.
Yeah. He's always supporting, and just I support him too.
Do y'all keep in touch? Do you text?
A little bit. You know, I try to not be a burden, but like, you know, whenever I do see him, like we always just give love to each other. Or if he has a match, like I'll let him know, and then we're there.
I know with the contracts, you're limited in what you can do, but like, do you participate in any other sports? We've talked about, you know, the appreciation you have for all these different athletes. I'm just curious, like, if you do cross train in any kind of way.
I don't. I'll do soccer footwork training. So I'll do like soccer training, not with the ball, but everything that they do, like out and out of ball. With the cones and everything. I'll do that because I think that they have the best footwork. So I'm big on soccer training, but other than that, I haven't really cross paths in any other sports.
There's been some talk about Michael running more this year. Mm-hmm. Okay, how much would that help you guys in the backfield? I mean,
yeah, man.
It seemed like it would, but I mean,
you see all the guys you see the two quarterbacks that did run with their team, like Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, and then I mean what the running backs did with it, and how successful their seasons were with Saquon and Derrick Henry. Like, if you have a guy that can run and take a linebacker with him. Right. And that only opens up for us so much more. So, you know, if Mike can run now, like he run a 4.4. Like people think he's slow, but he actually fast. Like the dude's explosive. So, you know, if he runs this year, like I'm gonna love it because it'll help me and Ty, and it'll help us a lot. But then even if he scrambles out, like that helps us too, man. Like anything you can do out the pocket, and anything you can do like exploding out the pocket and doing stuff like that, like it only helps us because it always takes another linebacker, and if you take another linebacker, then you get to be more special as a running back.
I feel like Raheem said Mike's athletic testing was like similar to AJ Terrell's, and some guy like he was legitimately a good athletic tester.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude over here jumping 24 inches like off the ground. I don't know where that came from.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's very athletic. Like
right.
I don't know. Like he might not have ran a lot in college, but I mean the dude's super explosive for you know, what he can do. So I can't wait to see it.
Who's the best athlete on the team, just overall?
Best athlete on the team?
Besides yourself, of course.
That's hard, man. That's hard. The best athlete.
Dwayne Ledford said it was Neuzil.
He's a very explosive athlete.
Which just
You know
surprises
what?
me. I shouldn't.
I can say Neuzil.
Okay.
Just for how big he is, like how he can move,
Right.
and the things that just how bendy he is. Like I can say Neuzil. I think Ray McLeod is very athletic. He does some things like, you know, he's super. He can break out of his cuts, you know, super well. You know, just I think it might be Ray.
Raheem gave a lot of praise for this offensive line between the veteran presence, the talent there. What's your first impression of running behind this iteration of the offensive line?
Oh man, I mean, it's been awesome, man. Like I try to build a relationship with them always. Like I try to, you know, understand who they are as people first, and you know, it only helps me out to know like how I can set their blocks up, how I can set their movements up. I study their movements all the time. Like I go home and I'll see every single old lineman, see how they move, see how fast he is, see if he's not as explosive, but you know, he's super powerful. Like I'm looking at all that stuff because, you know, when it comes down to it, like that's how I got to set their blocks up. That's how I got to make them look good. Always, that's my job, is to make them look good always, and to make them in the best positions possible. But I gotta know, you know, how they are as offensive linemen. I gotta know how they move, how fast, how slow. So all that plays into it. But man, these guys here, they all fast. They all, you know, super strong, super explosive, super smart. Like all 5 of them, all 6, 7 of them. I mean, I always say they're the best linemen in the NFL, but you know, I think they're really going to prove it to be number 1 this year, and I can't wait to see it.
All right, Ryan, big year for you coming up here as the projected starting center, obviously, for this team. How does that feel going into minicamp, knowing that you're the guy right now?
It's definitely good. I mean, obviously it's football, got to keep at it, got to keep working. Everyone's just trying to get better. So just trying to improve from last year and grow on things, and then just be a better player.
Getting those starts last year, how beneficial was that for you to, you know, step into that role now full time?
Yeah, it definitely was very beneficial. The year before, getting 3 starts really got just like kind of a slow drip to it. Then last year, getting 8 in a row, it really helped. Just obviously knowing like game speed, game tempo, game everything, and it was just good just getting all that ready and then just going on to this year.
How important is it to develop, I guess, I don't know, relationship's the right word, or repertoire with Michael, you know, with just the exchange, like how, you know, it looks simple on the field, but I'm sure it's not as simple as just that, right, depending on the quarterback?
Oh yeah, it always, everyone does something just a little bit different, like centers included, so just building the chemistry always helps.
Ryan, Dwayne said you're maybe sneakily the best athlete on this team. Would you agree with that assessment?
I just think like overall just have a few good sports. I know he said like pickleball and golf, just a few things, like stay active.
How long were you just a natural athlete as a kid? Did it just pick up stuff quickly?
Yeah, my parents kind of helped with that, just throwing me in soccer, baseball, basketball, football, just literally anything with the ball. I was just getting at it.
So non-football, what are you kind of legit good at? Pickleball, golf?
Pickleball, golf, still got some basketball in me, but haven't picked it up in a while. Tennis, just
tennis player?
Pretty much a bit of everything.
Does that surprise people? I mean, I don't know that we think of NFL offensive linemen, or I think of NFL offensive linemen as all-around athletes.
Yeah, probably just because the offensive line stigma, like just kind of just bigger, heavier people.
Do you play golf with this crew a lot?
Oh yeah, we get some guys out there and go play.
Zach said there are more guys on this team that play than any group he's been around, and y'all will sort of regularly pass a group chat around.
Yeah, we have a good bit, probably about 15 guys that just, if you have an open tee time or anything or need somebody, just throw it in there.
Who do you play with most?
Right now, Koo, like Cindric, Drummond, just kind of rotates, honestly.
Emory, so far, how is I know it's so early in the process, minicamp, obviously training camp around the corner, but how do you see this quarterback competition kind of, you know, behind Kirk and Michael at this point?
Yeah, well, we all know Mike is the guy, you know, so, all I try to do is come in and try to help him, as much as I can. And, I've been knowing Mike for, since high school. So we got a really close relationship. And, I just try to come in here, work as hard as I can, get the offense down. This is my first year in this offense. So, just trying to get comfortable with the offense, with some of the guys, the receivers and stuff like that. And, just try to be my best every day.
How has that relationship with Michael benefited that quarterback room that you guys are in?
Oh, yeah, I think it helped a lot. You know, like I said, we've been knowing each other since high school, and we actually trained together a lot in college. And, you know, just kind of being the same age, you know, coming in at the same time. You know, it helps him, too, a lot. It builds him a confidence. It helps him be more comfortable around this facility and stuff like that. So,
Did y'all play each other in high school?
we did not.
No.
No, we didn't. No.
No all-star games or anything like that? Just cross paths, just kind of with each other?
Yeah, just training with each other and stuff like that. And like I said, we had the same quarterback trainer, so
Who was that?
trained with him a lot in college, Quincy Avery.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
What's your goal for the 2025 season? You know, I don't know if you're a guy that writes stuff down, but if, you know, what are you thinking is your ceiling for 2025?
Yeah, my goal is, you know, like I said, just come in and try to be the best teammate I can be. You know, obviously my goal is, you know, is to make the team. But, you know, we still got a long way to go. I still got a lot more to learn, a lot of more development. So, you know, that's my intentions the next couple of months. You know, just trying to get more comfortable in the offense with the coaches, with the players, and, you know, like I said, just be my best every day.
I know you're a local guy. What's it like playing for the hometown team, kind of just going through that here in Atlanta?
Yeah, man, that's the dream. That's the dream, man. You know, that's something that you think about, you know, your whole life. You know, I've been growing up, you know, watching the Falcons, you know, going to games and stuff like that. And, you know, just being here, being at home, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, my family's right down the road. So, I mean, that's the best thing I can ask for.